Well, maybe for trying to close this subject, you can tell me a little about, there might be people hearing this trying to invest on land development or trying to get in this kind of business, sorry. So a recommendation for them to avoid their future projects having these kind of issues?
Yeah, I think I can touch base a little bit on that. I met a lot of people that buy properties that they just decided to go buy a piece of property, right? And they did not go through an engineer or they did not consult an engineer for their opinion. And unfortunately, some of these people have purchased properties that are either on the flood, impact by floods or the floodplains. And once they want to start developing, they find out, oh, in order for you to develop this property, you have to mitigate your property and it costs an arm and a leg. And it's very unfortunately that they don't know. So my recommendation is if you're planning on buying a property, whether you want to put a house or you want to, develop a subdivision or invest, consult with an engineer that the cost that, cost an engineer to review your property, review it properly. Yeah, diligent is much less than the amount of money you have to spend if you have to mediate or having to do something to fix the property in order for it to be developable or for you to be able to put your house. So consult with an engineer to review the property, right? And one thing that happens too is there's been some people that, they own a piece of property that is low and then, oh, I'm just gonna start filling it up with dirt. Don't do that because what's gonna end up happening, you end up impacting others. It could be your neighbors, it could be somebody further down the stream. And whenever that happens, you could be sued. I think the worst thing that could happen is you go to jail and then still you have to mitigate your property, which could mean that you have to remove all the fill that you have placed on the hole. So don't just start filling up a hole or a big property that floods. Ask an engineer what can you do to do it, because it could have consequences not just to you but to other people around it. All that water is gonna go somewhere else, basically.